Thanks in no small part to the popularity of Max Verstappen, the Netherlands is back on the F1 calendar. So welcome to the boisterous atmosphere of Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, with Pierre Gasly alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Norris, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Hadjar, Sainz, Verstappen, Leclerc, and Esteban Ocon, Behrman, Fernando Alonso, Yuki Tsunoda, and Antonelli, Stroll, Albon, Jack Doohan, and Nico Hülkenberg. Lawson and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me for this afternoon's commentary, Naomi Schiff. Good afternoon, Gnomes. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Well, the race is certainly not won in the first lap, let alone turn one. However, what you can do is prepare yourself ahead of time. Visualize what could potentially happen, different scenarios and where you could place your car. And that will better prepare you to make the right decision with instinctive timing.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, DRS is now available. Okay, clear. You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Gasly's just set the fastest lap of the race so far. Green flag. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Okay, clear. Okay, gap ahead, 2.1 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.7 seconds. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. We're going to box this lap, push hard on the in-lap.
Yeah, all good.
Green flag. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Yellow flag. Yuki is in the pits. Yuki in the pit lane now. So your ERS is running a bit low. Look into changing your ERS mode in the MFD for a more conservative burn rate, or you might want to try some lifting or gentle braking to recharge. Car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now. increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep it up. Okay, gap to the car in front, 4.8 seconds. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.2 seconds. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 2.2 seconds. Okay mate, this is the final lap of the race, final lap. You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap.
Yeah, we'll come back stronger.
And here he comes. It's all go, go, go for Lando Norris as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
And let's not underestimate how hard it is for these drivers to know exactly what's happening with the conditions. When you're in the car, you have drops falling onto your visor. It's hard to know whether those drops are actually sticking to the track, if water's building up, or if it's still dry. So it's a tough call to make, and it is really a question of risk versus reward. So great decisions made by this driver today.
What a day it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Time for our drivers to celebrate. He holds the trophy aloft, and why shouldn't he? A richly deserved win today for Lando Norris. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.